Hello, sexy girls, sexy girls, sexy girls. I hope you're doing absolutely fabulous, even considering all the problems and all the trauma. Here's the thing. I know what you're thinking, Lizzie. How am I supposed to be glamorous in these conditions, in this economy, with these bills to be paid? Do not worry. I got you. I'm going to tell you my top tips for being glamorous on a budget. Number 1, start with the B. So, the face. It's about the shapes, okay? It's about the shapes. These brows, little lines, little eyelashes, like I can wear, right now I'm wearing a more expensive lipstick than I usually wear because I got it as a gift. Usually I just wear the Maybelline cream formula and I really like it. It's right, wait, let me show you. It's right over here. Love this girl. It's in Red Revolution. Don't buy too many because I'm struggling to find it, but I love her. Recently I've been wearing a little bit more of an expensive one. It's really cute. I notice the difference, but most people don't. Like, they notice boop, like eyeshadow, it's blue. Blue is blue. Blue will always be blue. I know that there's some very expensive eyeshadow out there. I have tried Pat McGrath, which is like, I think the most expensive one I can find that's easily findable on the market. Hello. Listen, all respect to Pat McGrath as a makeup artist. She's incredible. $103 for a makeup palette is crazy down though. Like, that's just crazy. Like, who's spending that? Also, no offense, the packaging is ugly. Also, they're just crazy. Like, it's just, and I've tried it, and yes, it's a very nice, but blue is blue. If it's blue, it's blue. If it rubs off easily, apply more. Like, it is what it is. Like, people, they recognize shapes, they recognize color. You know, I noticed that some mascaras make my eyelashes a little millimeter bigger than others, but most don't. What I find more is that, like, and like, yes, there are cheap products that are bad, there are expensive products that are good. There are also cheap products that are good and expensive products that are bad. I love the drugstore. Most of my stuff is from there. Look at this. This is my holy grail. Wet n Wild kohl liner. This is how I do my eyebrows, my lashes, and my dot. All this. And it lasts all day. No issues, no primer, no setting spray. It is genuinely incredible. I love it so much. Also, this whole pencil is full. $1.50. So let's talk about it. Like, also, if you want a lipstick, if you're trying to get hot and heavy this summer and you want a kissable lipstick, the Final Ink Maybelline, I really like it a lot. Yeah, if you want to, it's not makeup proof, nothing is, but it is very kiss proof. So yeah, but what I found personally is that it's more about what works with you and your skin, and that is just trial and error, girl. That's all it is. I mean, some things are gonna work, some things are not. Personally, I've tried some kind of expensive products that did not work well for me at all, and I've tried some very cheap products that were gorgeous and glam for me, and also some cheap products that didn't work for me. So I would say go get stuff that you like, that you think will, like, okay, if you want a cheap mascara recommendation, Telescopic I've always liked. It's a classic for a reason. It's really good. I like that liner. I love Maybelline lipsticks. Eyeshadow, I love the LA Colors eyeshadow. It's a really good one. But again, try them out. Most of them are really cheap. LA Colors are super cheap. And Wet n Wild too. Oh wait, this one, LA Colors, and this one is, actually it's all rubbed off and it's broken, so I don't know. I think it's LA Colors, but it also could be Wet n Wild. Super cheap. So just try it out and see how it works for you. But again, hard lines, harsh colors, it'll look the same no matter how much money you spend on it, you know what I mean? So yeah, try it out and see what works for you. Number 2, we're talking about clothes, okay? Clothes should always be thrifted because, hello, first and foremost, they used to make better clothes. They used to make better clothes. We can't help it. We're in the worst timeline, the worst year ever for clothes. Everything is garb, and it's not your fault. It's because everything is, they're trying to make it cheap now, and it's not okay, and people don't get paid enough money to make it, so just go and thrift it. Go and thrift your clothes. first and foremost, you will find way cuter stuff there, more interesting stuff, more unique stuff, and also you'll find more glamorous stuff because like you could, if you have like $300 to spend on some bullshit new puffer synthetic coat that won't even keep you warm, you could also go to your local thrift store and get a fur coat for $300. So consider that. You could get it for less probably. Or like if you want like you can go to the thrift store and get like formal dresses. I've gotten like long opera dresses, and you can find like, I found opera white leather gloves for $3 online, vintage. You can find crazy stuff online. You can find really nice stuff online. I found leather boots for $70. You can find them for much cheaper than that, but I was looking for something very cute and specific. They were little white like go-go boots. You can find crazy stuff online, and like that's the thing. Like people are always like against it. And it's like, girl, you have even if you have like $50 to spend on a new dress, you can. I've gotten a dress from the 1920s for $50 online. So consider where your money could be going. You know, these are real pearls, and this was secondhand. Like, I don't know, it was less than $100. I'm sure of that. But like, and you can, if you really look, especially if you look like at in-person thrift stores, especially if you live somewhere that isn't overpicked, like a big city, I mean, you can find some really nice stuff for really cheap. I found some crazy stuff at like smaller city thrift stores. So yeah, just look around. I mean, this was $2. It's fake, but it's cute though, right? So look around. You're gonna find cute stuff everywhere, better quality stuff. So definitely go look at the thrift stores, okay? Look at the thrift stores, look online, eBay, Mercari, Poshmark, Vinted. I've heard Depop exists still. It used to be better, IMO, but I do know people who still shop on there and say it's good. So, no judgment. Let's look at this. Squirt. When's the last time you had a squirt? You should have a squirt. Okay. And furthermore about the clothes, you also can just find things that they don't really sell anymore. Like, for example, opera gloves, weird hats, just like, I don't know, suspenders. I mean, they sell that, but you know what I mean? Just like really weird stuff that you wouldn't even think to style. And then they're there, and you start thinking. It gets you to think, for sure. And you can also find like stuff that like you always want, like whatever. Like I don't really care about designer brands just because I care more about how things like look. Like I want them to look cool. I don't really care if it's like a brand. But if you are interested in brands, like buying it secondhand is usually a little bit cheaper, unless if it's like whatever archival bullshit. But wait, let me show you. These are, and I bought these for the record. I bought these because I like them, not because of the brand, and they were not that expensive at all. Look at these. These are Louboutins. I bought them for $100 secondhand, which is really good considering these are like $700 shoes or something like that. I don't know. I don't like follow like their brand. I just love the shape of these shoes. I just love how high the heel is. If you're wondering how do you walk in those, you don't. But they are just incredible. And yeah, I would have bought these no matter what brand they were. I just think that they're really incredible. And again, like literally such a huge discount to get a shoe like this. And if you're also, there's some people who are like, how do you know they're real? Girl, I don't care. I don't care if they're real. I like how they look. Who cares? I'm not trying to this isn't an investment. I'm not trying to resell them. I'm trying to wear a shoe that I like. So just look for things that you like. Hello. Number 3, let's talk about the hair. If you are working on a budget, as we all are, hair is best done first and foremost by yourself. I cut my own hair, which I know is kind of hard, and I did have to learn. I didn't, there have been times where I failed, uneven bangs that have happened, but I've gotten better and better. I see it as my bang looks uneven. I promise it's how my bang dries. It's not. It is even. It's even. But I do cut my own hair. Saves me a lot of money. It also saves me, like, I don't have to deal with like trying to figure out if they're gonna get like what haircut I want, because because I always want something very specific and vintage looking, and every time I've gone to a hairdresser, they make it look not how I want it. So there's that. If you do want to get your hair cut by someone, I very much recommend going to a beauty school. If you live in New York, Empire Beauty School, she got me good, except one time I did have a bad haircut there, but I consider that okay because at professional hair salons I've had bad experiences. So yeah, 1 out of 6 times I've been there, not bad. I did have a haircut there once. I stopped getting haircuts there because of that, and I cut it myself always. But I do get my hair dyed there, and it's like $50, which is like a $300 service. So hair dye at the beauty school, for sure, recommend it. I recommend it heavily. I get like 2 bowls of red hair dye. I actually need to get it redone because it's looking a little brown. But I get like 2 bowls of red hair dye. It always looks fab, and it's like $50. So I definitely recommend going to a beauty school, especially for color. I will say it usually takes a little bit more time than a regular salon because they're like, you know, they're little girls are figuring it out. But there's always teachers around. You don't need to like be worried you're not gonna get fucked over. You know, it's not like all your hair is gonna burn out. Also, I know people who have their hair burn out at a regular salon, so you know, be careful out there. Also, what was I gonna say? Oh, other products on the budget that I like. Mane and tail. I stand by mane and tail, okay? I once saw a TikTok years and years ago about how like almost all the stuff at the drugstore is like owned by like 3 major companies, duh, and they're like all like being sued for hair loss, of course, except for mane and tail. Mane and tail is owned by one like little company that like basically only owns mane and tail, and yeah, mane and tail, mane and tail. I love mane and tail. I've used it for like 4 years. It works just fine for me. It's like $6 at the beauty store. I recently got the sulfate free version of one of their of the shampoo. I was like, oh, it's so much more expensive. It was $2 more expensive. I was being so dramatic about it. It was like $8. But yeah, mane and tail, I mess with it. They do have a sulfate free version of their stuff. So if you're worried about the chemicals, they have like the healthier versions. But yeah, I love mane and tail. It's like $6. Can't recommend her enough. Also, this is like maybe my #1 beauty hack: cornstarch. You don't know how much I talk about cornstarch, okay? Cornstarch is my girl. I talk about it all the time. If you want like a little bit of my hair gets like, I don't like to wash my hair that often. I wash it like every 5 days, but it does start getting oily on day like 3, sometimes even day 2. But how do I get it? We're on day 3 right now. How do I make sure it doesn't look oily all the time? The cornstarch. You just add a teensy little bit right at the root, and you go, you rub it in, and all of a sudden, ta-da! It's like nothing ever happened. And it's incredible. It works so well. The only thing is it's a little white. So if you don't like getting your hair wet, I put a ton on, and then sometimes I get my hair a little wet, and then it all goes away, and it's fine. If you style your hair or you don't want to deal with that, maybe get a little brush. I used to try and use a little brush, but then I got lazy and I stopped. But you can use like a teensy little brush, or you can just use very, very light amounts because you don't need a lot. Use just a little tiny bit. But I love cornstarch. You get this much for like $3, and like you only need like that much every time you use it. So, and like compared to like the dry shampoo, which is so expensive. So, good hack if you wanna be on a budget, and you can put just a little bit of that in a little salt shaker, and then you're like, you can have it to go with you, and you're saving all this money. But I will say, well, I mean, I won't say, it's like fine, it's whatever. But one time I did bring, it wasn't cornstarch, it was actually popcorn salt, in TSA once, but it was just like a powder in an unmarked little thing, and they did drug test it, because I think they were really concerned about what that was, and I was like, it's popcorn salt. And they were like, why do you have popcorn salt in like an unmarked thing? And I was like, don't know, my dad like buys it in bulk. I'm just taking it with me, my pop pencil. So maybe people will think it's a little weird that you have like an unmarked little thing, but you know, who cares? Anyways, also, let's talk about the face. Let's talk about the skin. So next point is the skin. Listen, I won't lie. I do think I have like the benefit of being young and supple. Like, you know, who knows? Maybe I'll look like a crinkled up rapper in a couple years. But for the most part, I'm doing pretty good. And I don't have a lot of acne. I've had flares of acne like a couple times in my life, but for the most part, I'm pretty good, which is nice. Although I think that's like partially just like genetic. I mean, don't blame yourself for having acne. You know, there's a million different aspects that go into that. And I'm not like any sort of like nothing in my diet ever changed it. I'm a vegetarian, but I don't think that did anything for my skin. So whatever. But I do like this because I use so much, you know, for a lot of makeup. Cold cream. I don't know, the girls are recommending it online. I've been using it for a couple months and I really like it. And it makes your skin feel so soft. And it feels sort of counterintuitive to like put something oily on your face when you're trying to remove all your dirt and makeup, but it actually works really well. And I like it, although I only use it, at first I thought it was like too much and like too heavy, and I have sensitive skin, but I've started using it only like one or two times a week, just to like, and then every other day I just use my regular cleanser a couple times, but it really like, it makes sure I get all of it off just every once in a while, just so it's not like building and building and building, because you always have a little bit left. So I like that a lot. It's really cheap. It's literally like $6, I think. I get the fragrance-free one, even though I really like the smell of it, but my stupid sensitive skin can't handle it. I have this CeraVe. Love her. Love this little lotion. It's SPF 30. It's like 13 bucks. I don't understand why all these face, that's the new thing, is like SPF. All these face SPF, whatever, sunscreens are like $30. What are we doing? This is 13, and it's a moisturizer. Hello. If you feel like your skin's not getting enough moisture, put more on. Personally, I don't know. Also love Vaseline. Get that all over the lips. I know some people put Vaseline all over their face. I feel like that would be too much for my oily skin, but this is an idea, and Vaseline's super cheap too. Things to consider. And then the last thing, okay. So I've done clothes, makeup, hair, nails, skin, or under nails. Nails, first and foremost, bring back nail polish. I know my nails are like, also this is like blush. It's not like I don't have a red hand. I know my nails are a little chopped right now. Chipped and chopped, what can you do? But like, bring back nail polish. Not everyone needs like crazy expensive custom acrylics on all the time. And like, hear me out. Like, I respect and love nail techs. Do your thing, make your money, but like the prices are crazy right now, and I respect that for you if you can afford it. That's amazing. I love the way acrylics look. I love how my nails look with acrylics on. I feel so sexy all the time, but the prices are crazy town, and I just cannot. I tried for a couple months to have them on all the time, and I just could not afford getting them filled all the time, especially because one of them then broke off, and I was like, which is like fine, like I know they break off sometimes, but I was like, I just can't. It's too much. It's all this money, and then also one of them broke off, and I'm like, girl, like, it's too much. So if you're on a budget, you can't afford to have your nails done all the time. First and foremost, bring back nail polish. Love nail polish. A lot of cheap nail polish out there that works really good. I like the Insta Dry. This is an OPI Rapid Dry. OPI is like a little expensive, but I think this is like the cheaper line of OPI. I love Essie, although Essie's a little bit more expensive, except Essie is kind of my nemesis because they discontinued my favorite nail polish, Aruba Blue, which is an incredible nail polish. If you've never seen it, it's like this but better. It's like that like pearl, like sparkly blue, but it's like cuter. It's kind of chopped. I don't want you to see it too close, but I bring back nail polish, bring back glue on nails. I love a glue on nail. A glue on nail is the best thing ever. You know, no shame in a glue on nail. I don't personally wear them all the time because I work in food and I get concerned that one's gonna pop off. But when I'm just like, if I have a couple days off in a row and I want to go out, I just glue those bad boys on and then boom, they're done. So yeah, if you're working on the budget, no shame in a glue on nail, no shame in a little nail popping off. Girl, just get the glue on you. Whatever. Glue on nails are grand. No shame in a paint. Love a paint. I love the paint on my face and I love the paint on my nails. So, love the paint. My hack is that whenever I paint my nails, I'm really bad at getting them to dry. Is I just like take a walk when I'm done with the final coat, so I like don't touch it. But yeah. Anyways, these have been my hacks for a beautiful and also cheaper lifestyle. I hope that these help you save some money because it's crazy and it's hard out here. But I love you very much and I know that your glam will persevere overall. So do not worry. Okay. Have a fabulous night.